It's up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end.
And it's Tony Adams put through by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Walter! Patrick Vieira is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He stripped it away from Carr. Henri!
Hey, good morning, everyone. And what a weekend. What a game at the London Stadium. Well, car crash football, I call that. Car crash football. People might, I think the only people that will be entertained by that are the neutrals. But anyway, we've got not only Lee Gunner, we've got two other guests. One's not arrived yet, but first of all, the other guest, let's introduce the other guest. Good morning, Mr. Kind Gooner. How are you?
I'm good, Claude. I'm very well, thank you. And thanks for having me on this morning. Be a good conversation with Mr. Gunner and yourself, and hopefully Helen as well.
And the one and only, who else on a Monday morning? Lee Gunner. How are you, mate?
I'm just reading. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just reading a tweet that AFTV for some reason keep promoting this kid's account. They keep screenshotting his tweets and putting them out on their Instagram to nearly 1 million people. LT Arsenal is about 15, the kid. Martin Odegaard with the best playmaking performance I've witnessed by an Arsenal player since Mesut Ozil against Leicester in 2018. Right? Yeah. They've screenshotted that, put it on a picture, and put that out to nearly 1 million people on Instagram. Are they mad? Did they watch the game yesterday? Martin Odegaard with the best playmaking performance for 3 years by an Arsenal player. What are they watching? What are they watching? Yes, he was good yesterday, but come on, man. Seriously, this fan base is the most deluded fan base I've ever seen in my life. They all deserve
I've seen Alex Iwobi have better playmaking performances than that.
Oh my God. Am I going to seriously be listening? Am I in? Am I on?
You're in here.
You're in.
Live, you muppet.
The new face of AFTV. The one.
Yeah, you're kind of a regular now, isn't you? You've got shows going off all over the place.
No glasses on today. No glasses on.
Do you know what? They're here.
Oh, here we go. Sunglasses indoors.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on. If you knew me, you'd know you don't ever catch me without sunglasses.
I do know you. I always see you in sunglasses.
That's new surroundings, Helen. New surroundings.
Yeah, I'm in the office today. I've just come out. That's why I couldn't join you. I was in the car driving when I saw the WhatsApp.
What do you mean you couldn't join us? You have joined us. We're only 3 minutes.
Yeah, now I've got in and I've got Wi-Fi. I was driving.
Anyway, enough of this small talk, and let's get on with the real talk.
Come on then. What's the topic?
And that as well. We can only discuss one thing, and that was yesterday what I would describe as car crash football from two sides, West Ham versus Arsenal. Starting with you, Lee, as I always start on a Monday morning. What was your impressions on the game, please, mate?
Let's all celebrate a draw, because Thierry Henry would love that, wouldn't he? Yeah, celebrating a draw. That kind of tells you their mentality. Do you remember that conversation he had talking about Tariko jumping up and down like a twat? 2-2 at White Hart Lane. Celebrating a draw. That's where we're at as a football club. And if you don't celebrate the draw, you're a fake Arsenal fan and should bugger off and support Spurs. If you don't rate yesterday's performance, then you don't understand football. Well, let me tell you something, yeah? 3-0 down to a pub side, you once said. We were 3-0 down to a pub side. We were 3-0 down to West Ham yesterday. Why would I celebrate a draw? I'm sorry. The way people are jumping around up and down and like going mad about it. Oh my God, what a great comeback. And we should have won it. We should have been 5-0 down. It's embarrassing. This fan base deserve everything they are getting because they are putting Mikel Arteta above the football club. Yeah, every single one of them is not improved the defense. We're shit. Yeah, we're about how many goals? I think we're 19 goals away from the total that Emery conceded in his season. We've still got Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton, Palace, and then 5 other games. We've got 9 games to go this season, and we're 19 goals away from equaling Emery's record when we're apparently wide open and couldn't fucking do anything. Well, guess what? We're also 33 goals away from what he scored that season. Yeah, it's a shambles, mate. And do you know what? I don't care if he wins the Europa League. Sack him. He's fucking useless.
Oh, yeah. Playing devil's advocate here, Lee. Did you not see any encouragement in the actual comeback itself?
No. Why didn't we start like that? What am I seeing? What am I supposed to be encouraged by? Because guess what? They'll go on international break. They'll drive around in their fast cars, chat absolute bollocks on Instagram like Granit Xhaka's done. I thought he did his talking on the pitch. Yeah, well, he seems to do a lot of talking on Instagram when we don't win. Yeah, oh, we're going to come back bigger and stronger after the international. Shut up. Yeah, seriously, I'm sick of seeing that guy talk. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing, Claude. And I'm sorry. Yeah, if people don't like the fact that I'm saying that, tough, cry some more. Because the fact and reality is my standards are not in the gutter like most of theirs. Yeah, this football club should, and I said this yesterday, if David Moyes was manager of Arsenal this season, we'd be in the top 4. He's nearly got West Ham in the top 4. They're 2 points off, and they've got no striker other than Antonio.
The only thing I say about his, maybe I'm not sure if it's his tactics, but the way they sat on that, I think.
Yeah, but Claude, it's West Ham. It's West Ham. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, they've got a centre back who's absolutely awful in Diop. He is shocking. Yeah, they've got Mark Noble, who should just be an extra in Towie at this point. He's that old. Like, come on, seriously, he's got to be about 40. They've got no striker other than Antonio, who we all know after 70 minutes starts blowing. He's done by 70 minutes. They've got Jesse Lingard in midfield. They've got RX goalkeeper in goal. They've got 3 goalkeepers sat in their squad other than him. I don't see what people are seeing. I couldn't give a shit that we come back yesterday. Because at the end of the day, it's West Ham. We should not be 3-0 down to West Ham. It's a disgrace. But it's all, oh, yes, it's amazing. Oh, Martin Odegaard, fucking turn it in. Seriously. Embarrassing.
Right. Anything to add to that, Zach?
Listen,
part 2 comes.
No, I completely agree with Lee, because listen, right? It doesn't matter whether you come back from 5-0 down the draw. The fact is, we're Arsenal Football Club. We should be going to West Ham and winning. Yeah. A couple of seasons ago, Alexis Sanchez went there, banged a hat trick, and we smashed them to pieces. I put a tweet out yesterday. I'll read it to you guys. Right? Freddie, remember Freddie, who'd never managed to get a game in his life before he took over us. Freddie took us to West Ham with a front 3 of Martinelli, Pepe, and Aubameyang. All 3 scored. Now Aubameyang is on the wing. Pepe and Martinelli are nowhere to be seen. That's 14 months of Arteta's work. It's taken us back 10 years, and he's doing more damage than Arsene Wenger. Yeah? That's what I tweeted yesterday. And 14 months on since Freddie took us there. Remember that second half against West Ham?
We smashed them 3 goals in 9 minutes.
Yeah. And 14 months on, this is where we're at. We're 3-0 down, and Pepe and Martinelli are sitting on the bench, yeah? And you've got fucking... Who have you got? You've got Willian ahead of one. He didn't play yesterday, but what is going on at this football club? The other thing that, for me, that's heartbreaking, yeah? And this hurts me probably more than any other Arsenal fan. And I know you guys liked Martinez as well. I know you did, but Martinez... 14 clean sheets for that geezer now, yeah? Did you see Leno yesterday? Why is nobody talking about Leno, how bad he is? Am I the only one who can see how bad this goalkeeper is? Yeah? Did you see that mistake? Did you see that goal that he let in at the near post? Did you see it, yeah? This guy is a terrible goalkeeper. He's terrible. We let the best goalkeeper in the league go, yeah? Not we. Arteta let the best goalkeeper in the league go for a bang average goalkeeper, and that kills me inside, because Martinez he won us a trophy basically, because there were 3 players in that run to those 2 games in the FA Cup that are outstanding. Aubameyang, Martinez, and Ainsley make the nines. Yeah, Ainsley's been sent on loan. He's been kicked out of the club pretty much. Martinez has been sold, and Aubameyang's been given 375 grand a week. And it's a disgrace. And honestly, yesterday, when was it? Was it yesterday the game? Yeah, yesterday. It was awful, awful. I was embarrassed. Yeah, I was absolutely embarrassed, and I can't really add anything more than what Lee said, because I think right now we are in a world, unfortunately, guys, we're in a world of people are putting their own little personal vendettas ahead of Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, they don't like Lee Gunner, they don't like me, they don't like whatever. They're putting that ahead instead of someone owning it and saying, you know what, I don't like Lee, I don't like Zach, I don't like Claude. You know what? They were right. Arteta's not taking us forward. Instead, they've got this personal vendetta. And do you know what? We could be in the same position next season, and half of these lot will still want him in charge. And that's where we're at as a football club. And until fans get back in the stadium, yeah, there's not going to be any pressure on Arteta. So personally, we're just going to have to be patient and wait. We have to wait until fans go back, and that's all we can do right now, because there's no other way of dealing with it. Because as Lee said at the start of the show, and I said it last week on this show, if Arteta wins the Europa League and we finish mid-table, he needs to be sacked on the spot. Yeah? He needs to be sacked on the spot.
This is where I agree with you, Zach, on that one, because at the end of the day, if we're still poor in the league as well, this Europa League would only cover the cracks, and we'd only go into next season, right? We're covering the cracks and having the same sort of squad going into next season, yeah, going into the Champions League, and all we'll do is we'll completely flop at the group stage. I agree with you on that. I think because this tournament is this Europa League is the European Losers Cup, really, to be honest with you.
By the way,
let's get it right. I mean, really, it should not be a team that wins. It should not be getting into the Champions League for me, because
agreed.
You're third in a group stage where your failures in the Champions League, and you qualify for that, and you just go straight back. I've never known anything like it. You can go straight into a European competition, another European competition, that you can win to get another pass into another European competition, which I think it's all wrong to me. It's all about,
do you know what the Europa League? You know what winning the Europa?
It's all about money. It's all about money.
Claude, you know, winning the Europa League. Do you know what that should get you? That should just get you a pass back into the. I reckon it should get you a pass back into the last the last 32 of the Europa League. So if you win the Europa League, you skip the group stages and then go in at the last 32. That's what I think it should get you. That sounds about right to me. But
if it was up to me, and I think the Champions League, what you could make the UEFA Cup, the Europa League, much more stronger, is if you only had the top two going in the Champions League and the rest fall in it.
Yeah, it's all about the money, though. It's all about the money.
But then, as you say, it's all about money, because I think even the Champions League, if you look at the group stages, there's a lot of dead rubbers in that as well, because there's a lot of ordinary teams in that, because they don't. It's not worked properly. It's not done properly. I think the whole structure, the whole European leagues, I think has to be has to be how could I say, rejigged. I don't like it as it is at the moment, but yeah, you have a great point. I mean, because I think, look at Di Matteo when he won the Champions League, he was sacked the next season because they wanted to go up another level, because they knew even that the players done it. The players done it more than the manager.
Claude, you know, I had your look. I don't want to get personal, obviously, but last week on the channel, I said that's my opinion. If I'd sack him if he wins the Europa and finishes 10th, and apparently I've got a personal agenda against Arteta.
I have. I can't stand him. He's killing my football clubs. To sack him.
No, as in I've got a personal agenda only because he's bad at his job, not because of anything else. If he was good at his job, I wouldn't love him, but I wouldn't hate him. I'd be indifferent to him. I've never been one of these to laud an Arsenal manager. Like, you're a manager, you're not even a player. Yeah, I used to idolise players when I was a kid, like Bergkamp and Wright. I've never idolised managers. they're not players. They're not football players. Do you know what I mean? So what is this generation doing when they're like?
There is.
fantasizing?
I will say there is an arrogance about the man, which he shouldn't have, especially for a man who hasn't done nothing in the game at all, and it's only just started. He's got a lot of arrogance about him, and it shows even in his what he's wearing on match days as well. There's a lot of arrogance on behalf of the guy, but it's only my opinion, and I couldn't care less. As far as I'm concerned, it's not Arteta FC, it's Arsenal Football Club, and I will criticise as much as I want, and everyone else is entitled to do the same. Helen, I think you might give will you be any different to what these boys are saying, or a little bit more better? I don't know.
I don't know. My thing is, it's all about the football club. It ain't about him. He's irrelevant. They could sack him at any point, whether it be this season, next season. I'm only there and care about Arsenal. I don't really care about Arteta, if I'm honest. I don't think we should focus so much energy on him personally. It needs to be on the club. The club ain't producing what the fans want.
Yeah, but are you one of these people that are you one that looks at the league rather than cup exploits? I look at the league because I think the league is the market.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The league is showing exactly where we are as a club right now. His get out of jail card will be if he wins the Europa Cup. But, that's not going to be an easy task either. So
Helen, if he doesn't, he's still out of jail, isn't he? He's not in jail even if he wins.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's no get out of jail card. Even if he doesn't win it, he's not in jail because he's not going to get the sack.
Yeah, I think the issue is the key to all of this is no fans. Firstly, at matches is what you've already said, and I think we can keep going around the same conversations, but I've heard you all speak about this several times. He would never have got to that Chelsea game had fans have been in the stadium. But it is what it is. All we can do is just focus on what's ahead, really. And the team is so inconsistent. I'm seeing some things that I want to see. There's a bit of progress. But then I don't know if he's just winging it at times. But we have no control over anything that's going to happen, unfortunately.
What's the progress that you see, Helen? Like what elements?
Right, so sometimes I want to think he's picking a team selection based on the opposition, like the inclusion of Callum Chambers, for example, or, like here and there, dropping Bellerin when he just did not want to ever drop Bellerin. I'm thinking, are you listening to the fans slightly or whatever? But then, yesterday summarises everything. You go out, you get battered 3-0 in the first half. It could have got serious. I mean, it is embarrassing even to finish 3-3, but it could have been even more embarrassing because it could have easily been 5-0 in that first half.
Yeah.
So what can we really say,
But this is the thing though, right? If this was Unai Emery, everyone would be on his case for
for sure.
We've lost the same amount of games as Brighton. I've just looked at the league table. Yeah. Everyone bangs on about he's fixed the defence. We've conceded 6 less than Fulham, who are bottom 3, and 4 less than Brighton, who are just above bottom 3. We've got the joint 5th best defence in the league now. Joint 6th best defence in the league. Everyone was banging on about it. Oh, he's fixed the defence. Well, he ain't, has he?
No clean sheet.
1-0 and 2-0 or 2-1. Yeah. We're still losing. And if this was Unai Emery, they'd won him out. If this was they'd won him out. The amount of excuses I hear of, you can't legislate for the players missing chances and making individual errors. Well, let's get Arsene back in then. Get him on the phone and bring him back in. Where was this energy for him? Where was this energy for Emery? I don't get what this manager has over the majority of this fan base.
He's get it.
Called in his career.
COVID.
To warrant this
COVID.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even
well, yeah,
COVID
maybe,
doesn't.
but
Even
it's
COVID doesn't
embarrassing.
explain it.
Maybe the fans love what clothes he wears on the touchline. I don't know
That's
what
all
it
it
is.
is.
The fans
It's
ain't
the
got
way
no
he dresses
style,
and
they
it's the
don't
way
No,
he
know
maybe
speaks.
that's what it is.
That's it.
I don't know what it is. That's maybe why they love the fashion conscious.
But there's got to be a
They're just
reason.
buying into the media.
No, but there's got to be a real reason. Because look, I know we all call them cheap, yeah, like they're brainwashed. But there's got to be a real reason. Because if you love Arsenal Football Club, surely you can see what Arteta's doing isn't right for our club. There's got to be another reason other than he looks smart when he dresses. Because what do they get out of that? What do these fans
I tell
get
you
out?
what, a lot of them are thinking. The younger fan base are buying into the fact that younger players are being integrated in.
They're not, Helen. They're not.
But they
He's
are
ruined their
seeing that,
youngsters.
and they're buying into that.
No, but he's ruined our youngsters. I could name 8 youngsters that he's
Yeah,
ruined.
I could
The
name
only
9.
one that he's played is Saka, and then Smith Rowe came into the team as a number 10. He was playing out of his skin, and now he's dropped him or shunted him out onto the left wing. He's ruined our youngsters. Reece Nelson has been ruined. Balogun not given a chance. Ainsley Maitland-Niles sent to wherever. Joe Willock sent away. Saliba sent away. Yeah. Who else?
Guendouzi.
Guendouzi sent away.
Yeah.
All of our youngsters.
Eddie
have
Nketiah
fallen.
played every week after being begged to come back off loan, and now he's in the under 23s.
Yeah.
After
I
rejecting
hear
20 million
it,
from
I
West
see
Ham.
it. But
He's ruined our
there's
youngsters.
also a thinking process that I've heard by many that feel that after the summer transfer window, when I don't know, he's gonna, like maybe get rid of a few more or whatever's gonna happen, that we're really gonna see what this
Yeah, but
second
this is
phase
what I
is.
keep hearing, Helen, right? Everyone keeps banging on about, oh, now we've got Ozil off the wage bill. Now we've got Mustafi out. Now we've got this player out. We're going to have a massive summer. Everyone's forgot we lost 50 million quid last year. Everyone's also forgot we owe the government 120 million pound in one lump sum in May. Yeah, they're all on drugs.
Yeah.
Because if they think we're going out and splashing 150 million in the summer, they're in cuckoo land.
Yeah. I don't think we will. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn in the middle because obviously I hear, I see, I understand, I feel, I know exactly where every single one of you are coming from. But there's a part of me that just thinks, let's see. I don't know. Maybe I've got that blind faith, but I do feel like
you're like judges. You're like judges. You are.
I want to see what he does.
In out, shake it all about. The Jubilee judges.
I've never been fully out, Claude.
Hey?
I've never really been fully out. Yeah, I haven't.
What would it take for you to be fully out? Because we're currently 9th in the table, 11 losses, and hardly scoring any goals.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I want to see what he does with Martinelli. I want to see if
we've seen what he does.
We've seen what he's done with Martinelli.
He's ruined him all season.
A whole year. He's destroyed Martinelli for a whole year.
Last January, he won Player of the Month. This manager benched him until March when we played Olympiacos. He brought him on in the 106th minute. He then set Aubameyang up for the bicycle kick. We then didn't see him again. He then got injured in training. After being benched 3 games after that. Then he's brought him back, and everyone said, oh, he's easing him back in gently because he had a big injury. What's a load of bollocks? He played the first 3 games when he come back from injury.
All right, but could there be an element of him nurturing and carefully managing the player?
No, because he's ruined him for a year.
I'll give you an example. Right? Everyone keeps saying this to me. It's exactly the same thing. Everyone says, he's bedding him in gently. How comes he didn't do that with Hector Bellerin then? Because Maitland-Niles was the right back, but while Bellerin was out injured with a massive injury, he then brought him straight back in for Chelsea away. After a year and a half out. Straight back in.
Listen, honestly, Helen, we've got to stop making excuses for this manager because when we signed Willian, right, and everyone knows my views on Willian, when we signed him, everyone said, oh, maybe he's going to play him centrally because he won't drop Pepe because Pepe had a fantastic end to last season, by the way, right? He was really good in that FA Cup semi-final against City. He helped us win the FA Cup. Straight away, we signed Willian. Pepe's on the bench, right? We kept making assumptions because we're like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. Oh, maybe Guendouzi said something out of turn to Arteta. That's why he shipped him out. Maybe Bellerin... I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Okay, we're live, so I can't say that. But Do you know what I'm saying? We've got to stop making excuses. We've got to start saying what we
look at the
see.
excuses, Zach. Yeah, for what's his name, Rob Holding getting a new contract.
Yeah,
We're protecting his value. The geezer's worth 10 million quid, whether he's got a year left or 100.
By the way, where's Rob Holding now?
Yeah, benched. Not even benched. Not even in the squad
He's not
yesterday.
even in the squad, mate. He's not even in the squad.
It makes
We
no
could have
sense.
got. Mate,
I think that's the biggest frustration to every fan is the fact that nothing makes sense. I find myself when I'm talking and I'm like, I don't understand his thinking, and I genuinely don't. And maybe I'm trying to second guess or try and map out his thought process and feel like there has to be something good behind all of this inconsistent.
Helen, you just got to say what you see. Say what you see, because we can't
say what I see fully.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because me, Lee, and Claude, we say what we see. Yeah, we don't make assumptions about. Oh, he's not. He's taking his time on Martinelli.
All right, so maybe my female brain is coping and understanding.
It's better than our male brains.
I can't control this situation, boys. Yeah, as much as you lot want to control it, we can't control it. We can say what we see. We can say what we want. It ain't gonna happen.
No, we can control it though. That's the point. Arsenal fans, when we were at the ground,
aren't going to sack him because you keep shouting it. They're not going to.
No, but if everyone got on the same page and said we want him sacked, and all their media teams were just looking online every day and seeing thousands upon thousands of people saying we want him sacked, they're sacking.
Yeah, that's the point.
I don't even know if they will.
Who got Emery sacked? Yeah. If Emery
got Wenger sacked, he was here for
Wenger sacked.
Yeah, but Wenger took how long? How long?
Well, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, fans not going to the games is keeping this guy in a job longer than he should be.
100%. Yeah. But
by the way, guys, on a different note, I want your thoughts on this actually.
Yeah, tell me.
Are you guys getting worried about Thomas Partey? Because if we judge Partey on his performances for Arsenal, yeah, I know he's had injuries.
I don't think
I've seen him play one good game, which was Man United away, when he was brilliant. The rest of the games, he's been shocking. He hasn't even been like average. He's been so bad.
Well, Kevin Campbell gave him 8 out of 10 yesterday because he said he was great.
Maybe we should book KC an appointment at Specsavers then, because he was shocking.
Well,
what do you guys think? Do you think he'll come good next season?
I'm just going what an ex-pro said yesterday on there. He said that he was breaking the lines. He was doing this and that.
He was shocking. There's only 3 players yesterday who can walk off of that pitch with their head held high and their chest puffed out. Callum Chambers, I thought he was decent going forward. Defensively, he was getting ripped in that first half. But he turned it around, and I'd say he could walk off and say, I've done all right. Not amazing, but he done all right. How Jamie Carragher gave him man of the match is a disgrace, because he weren't man of the match. Lacazette was man of the match. That's number 2. And Martin Odegaard. The rest of them were shocking yesterday. Yeah, they're the only 3 who can walk off that pitch and say they had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. Thomas Partey was awful. And the thing is, I'm getting worried because we bought him with a lot of hype, yeah? Everyone was like, oh, he's going to be brilliant. He's going to be brilliant. I say what I see. Now, I do think he'll come good next season when I'm hoping he'll come good. But based on what I've seen of him, if we didn't know he was let's say he didn't cost 40 million and he wasn't the hype around him, I would be saying he's absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
maybe Xhaka has rubbed off on him a bit.
But that's the problem, Zach. Our fans, I say this each and every single time I do this show on a Monday. The majority of our online fans have never seen us win a league title, mate. So it's no coincidence their standards are on the floor. Yeah, they sit there and load up the most bang average players.
Lee, I was watching the Rocky and Wrighty documentary the other day. Yeah, Rocky and Wrighty. If you ain't seen it, mate, I'm sure you have seen it. But you have to see this documentary.
Yeah,
it was so sad, obviously because of the Rocky thing, but it was so sad because they were doing the 88-89 season again when we were winning league title, 91, when we only lost 1 game. Yeah, half of this fan base, they don't know about that stuff. They don't know when we were winning league titles, and it's so fucking sad to see where we are now as a football club because we were so good. It wasn't like we were good every season. We won the league in 89. The next season, we didn't win it. Then we won it in 91, and then we fell off for a couple of years.
Somebody tweeted me yesterday, running his gums to me on one of my tweets, and I said, "Have you ever seen Arsenal win a league title?" I said, because I don't feel that you have the way that you tweet. Like, and he replies to my tweets all the time. I said, I don't think you've ever seen us win a league title, so it's no coincidence your standards are dead. Yeah, he goes, it's irrelevant whether I've seen us win a league title. It's not about what happened in the past, it's what's happening now. That sums up our fans. They couldn't give a shit about anything before their birthday. Yeah, they couldn't care less. They don't educate themselves on the club. They don't educate themselves on titles. Half of them don't even know who the team were that played at Anfield in '89. Yeah, they could walk past him down the street. They wouldn't have a fucking clue who they are, mate.
Lee,
yeah,
do you
that
think
is what this club has sold us out to be?
Do you think it's because that generation, like if they have an egg and spoon race at school, they give everyone a prize, even if you finish last?
Buttercups.
Right? And do you think that's what it is? Because it must be something to do with that.
Mate, how can you lord up somebody like Granit Xhaka to be a great footballer when you have seen, or I've seen, Manu Petit, Rocky, Vieira, Merton, all these people running midfields, mate, yeah? And you're lording up Granit Xhaka. You've clearly never seen decent players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Lording up players that are just absolute dog shit, like Rob Holding, because you've not seen Tony Adams. You haven't seen Kolo Touré. You weren't born. Yeah, and you don't want to learn your history about the club because that's irrelevant. So what you want to do is you just want to sit and lord up shit because the manager that you fell in love with the club from was Arsene Wenger, who lowered the standards in the first place by saying fourth is a trophy. By which time, the way, about 8 years old and never seen us win a league.
Lee, this is the problem with Arteta because he was from that generation of when we started to fail. Yeah, Arteta was part of that. It's not like we're talking about Vieira or Henry. They knew what it took to win a league title. Yeah, Arteta, we were bang average in the league under Arteta. Yeah, when he was captain. So he doesn't know. Even Arteta doesn't know. All he knows.
This is the thing, Zag. Thierry Henry, when he's talking about Taraco at White Hart Lane when we won the league, and he said, "Yeah," he was jumping up and down, going, "Yeah, yeah," in front of me. He goes, "Celebrating a draw." He goes, "That tells you the mentality." Now go on social media and look at all of our fans celebrating a draw at West Ham yesterday. Fucking shambles.
I got a lot of stick. Lee, I got a lot of stick. I posted the tweet out after we won the North London derby. Yeah,
Claude, I'm going to the toilet quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. You see Arteta when he was jumping around like we won a league title. I said I couldn't believe he was jumping around. We were mid-table. Fair enough, be happy. I'm happy we won a North London derby, but don't jump around like the way he was jumping around, hugging players like we won a league title. It doesn't wash with me. You've got to have the context of which you've won a game in. You're mid-table. You're Arsenal Football Club. Should have been right. Shaking your players' hand.
Sorry, boys. This has been on there. I forgot all about this super chat coming from Stephen Featley. He says he's 228, of course, from his 1K. Remember, he's got a big chat, and everything that goes on his channel goes to charity. If he gets to 1,000, he's on monetization, where all super chats will go to his charity, the Children Liver Disease Foundation. Big up, Stephen, because he's worked a hell of a lot on that. And thank you very much for the super chat, Stephen. Yeah, and good luck with that. I hope let's get him up to 1,000 so that he can monetize, and then all that money will go to a love.
Go and subscribe. Go and subscribe to Stephen's channel.
We've all been involved with, and it would be good to see that money go up for that charity as well. So let's support Stephen in that. Stephen Featley, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Sorry, carry on, mate. I just wanted to put that in.
No.
There's another super chat coming in here. Right, the signature. He says, Arteta has done nothing to improve the team. He has mismanaged all of them. I sound like a broken record. Arteta is an egomaniac and a bully. Strong words from the signature there. Sorry, carry on. Helen, you're back. Sorry, you disappeared for a minute. Everything okay?
Who, me? Yeah, because I'm on my phone and I've got no battery. Obviously, this wasn't planned. So... Yeah,
so you have to move rooms. You moved rooms now, have you?
Yeah, right. I couldn't find anywhere to plug it in.
Helen, what do you think of Thomas Partey? Like, obviously,
I rate Thomas Partey. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he's fully fit.
There is that problem.
I think we've got to realise he's come in.
Does fitness come into it when he's just giving balls away, though?
His
Like-
shooting is more like
that
more,
needs some serious work.
Yeah,
on
he's
That's
the
what I'm
shooting.
saying.
his shooting is
Knocking.
more
Yeah,
beneficial for Twickenham rather than.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awful.
definitely.
That's what I'm
I know.
saying. Fitness,
But the thing is,
fitness doesn't come into it.
I think they all need to practice their shooting,
Yeah.
not just him. Every single player. Look at Saka. I mean, I
Yeah.
know Saka's young and he's amazing, but all of them terrible.
Yeah, agreed.
The amount of
definitely need-
chances we're getting and they're not putting them away.
Do you know
That's
who we
what
need,
we do.
Helen? Do you know who we need? We need Balogun in there. He's a killer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
Even
would love to
Martinelli.
see him. I know.
Martinelli's a killer in front of goal as well. And that's
I
what I'm
know.
saying. If you think about Saka, he needs to brush up on his finishing. Pepe does as well. Aubameyang has been a bit weird, dodgy recently with his finishing.
Yeah.
Lacazette's not a great finisher, even though,
See, I disagree.
yesterday.
I think Lacazette's all right, but I think they're all having a bit of a problem.
Lacazette's not. Lacazette's
None of
not
them
a
are
good
prolific,
finisher.
but then that can be also the fact that all this rotation, Pepe does well, then he don't start. You can analyse it in so many ways. There's probably reasons behind all of it.
And do you know what's
one thing I will say about yesterday, and this is where my big complaint yesterday was about Arteta. He's gone on record, as saying that Aubameyang has to work for his place and everything like that.
Yeah.
He said that he had to work for his place. He was shocking against Olympiacos.
Yeah.
He was shooing. He's put in the team. This is one of my big bears about him as well. He seems to put players in just to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. You play what your best 11 is, and if that person's not in it, it's too bloody bad luck. Too bad. You know what I'm saying? And what he said I think it was just before the Olympiacos game, that you have to work for your place. And then he picks him against Olympiacos, and he was shocking, against them. And he picked him again yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is what I don't like. It's like he's too, and I think that's because once again he's inexperienced. He's too scared to tell the big players.
Yeah.
I know it's all very well saying that he dropped Aubameyang last week, but that was only to the bench. He wasn't completely out of the side either. So. That's my big as well about him. Randy says on a super chat, what has Saka done in the past 2 months? Nothing. No, I think he's not fit at the moment. He's not fully fit, and I think maybe also there's been a lot of pressure put on these young guys, right? And they've actually been the ones that have lifted the older ones, and they've done a lot of hard work, and they're going to obviously hit a wall now. So I'm not going to slap.
Claude, this is the problem though. Saka went off with a hamstring problem the other day. He then got benched in midweek, and then he's straight back in the starting 11. Why? Where's Martinelli? Where's Pepe? Why are we risking this kid who's he's been one of our best players, if not our best player this season, but we can't keep risking him when he's had a tight hamstring the other day. And when you've got Pepe, you've got Martinelli sat on the bench. And this is what winds me up with this manager. This manager says he picks players based on training. And I just heard you say about shooting. It's funny because when Arsenal put out their PR crap on social media, their drills in training, they're amazing. The shooting, look at the shooting. Yeah, they always put out Martinelli and Reece Nelson and Smith Rowe on their posts. Never see him play. What's that all about?
Well,
why are you putting pictures of Martinelli up saying ready for the game, and then he never gets a game? What's that all? Are you trying to wind us up?
Well, not only that, what I don't like about it all that we know, and that he's not playing players wide. You play the best players that can play in a wide position, right? You cannot tell me Aubameyang is better wide than Pepe
or Martinelli or Reece Nelson, or even Reece Nelson.
Tell me that. But what we're doing is now we're playing players out of playing.
I don't understand that.
In position, I think when you play, you can't. And I'll say this again. I don't care what anyone says. If you want a proper team going forward, you cannot play Lacazette and Aubameyang. You've got to play one or the other. And there it goes. And it doesn't work. It don't work. And I think you're playing a player like Aubameyang out wide, where Pepe can, for me, will give you more.
Yeah.
Much more. also much more in the team than what.
This manager says he picks players based on what they do in training, but then openly admitted that Hector Bellerin's inconsistent in training.
Yep, and he said, by the way, Lee, he said Martinelli. He said Martinelli
has been phenomenal
perfect.
in training.
Yeah, phenomenal and perfect.
It's his fault he's not been picking him because he'd love to give him more game time, but the positions that he plays in, there's a lot of competition. Really? Aubameyang's been thinking it out all season.
Yeah, and Lee, listen to the words he said about Willian. I want to give Willian, before he got injured, I want to give Willian consistency, yeah? This geezer has played 33 games for Arsenal Football Club and he scored 0 goals. He's one of the top, he's one of the 3 attacking players at Arsenal. He scored 0 goals, yeah? You want to give him consistency.
I haven't played that many, has he really played that many?
El Nenny's played about 30.
A lot.
No, not William. William hasn't been regular for a while.
Hey, he's played 33 games. Lee will go on transfer market and
I'll do it now. El Nenny has played more minutes, I think, than Lacazette this season. El Nenny.
No way.
Serious?
Really?
Well, up until the other day, he was.
Oh,
wow.
I'm surprised that these facts that William has played 33 games.
If not more.
Is that including substitution?
Yeah, of course it is. If not more. Lee will tell us.
If you can't include.
Williams played 30 games this season.
Yeah,
30 games. 30
games. The first name on every team sheet. Him and Bellerin, literally.
30 games he's played, Claude.
Not anymore. He has. Not lately.
It's only the last 3 weeks, probably, Claude, that he's kind of picking Pepe again, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, 0 goals in 30 games.
And like it's kind of almost rotating him and Aubameyang almost. I don't know.
Let me just put it
regularly. I'm not seeing William start.
El Nenny has played 31 games, by the way, and played 300 minutes more than William.
El Nenny's played 31.
Yeah. 31 games
this
season. He's played 16 in the league, 9 in the Europa League, 3 in the EFL Cup, 2 in the FA Cup, and 1 in the Community Shield.
Transfer market doesn't lie, does it, Lee?
Tells you how many minutes they've played in every competition and everything.
This guy, I think he's Abzal's friend. This Abzal.
Abzal's friend.
Yeah, he said Edu signed Willian, and Arteta has nothing to do with it. But I'm sorry, he does that. He has a lot to do with signings. Anyone that thinks
Here we go. Lacazette, right? Lacazette has made more appearances this season, 34, than El Nenny, but has only played 75 minutes more than El Nenny this season. 75 minutes more.
And how many more goals has Lacazette scored?
Well, yeah.
You've mentioned.
But this is the thing. He's played 1,981 minutes, right? El Nenny has played 1,906. So he's played 75 minutes, Lacazette, more this season than El Nenny. What's that all about?
You know what, I was having an interview. This is a bit of a off-topic thing, but I was having an interview last week. We were talking about culture. You know, we hear this word culture about Arsenal, yeah? We were actually talking about culture in big FTSE 100 companies last week. Now, the thing with culture, right? The key thing about culture is the tone from the top. When you look at your executive board, their tone, their communication at the top, right? It filters down, right? Now, if you look at what Arteta does, think about his tone from the top, yeah? We've got a player like Willian who can play 30 games and score 0 goals. Then you've got a manager who comes out and says, he's brilliant. We're going to give him consistency now. Now, listen, think about what that does to the rest of the players. That tells you the tone from the top. You don't want to win a league title because that's bang average is good enough. And that's the tone from the top. And that's where culture permeates through an organisation, yeah? And that's where you've got to be very careful listening to his words. When you've got a player like Willian who's not good enough, and then a manager who comes out and says he's been really excellent, all of this, it filters down. Because now Granit Xhaka's looking at it and thinking, I don't have to be that good. Bellerin's looking at it thinking, I don't have to be that good. But the fans are thinking, well, if Arteta thinks all these players are phenomenal, he called Granit Xhaka phenomenal.
All right, Zach, let me just put another kind of idea there then. So do you think there could be like a crazy bit of clever marketing going on? Could he just be playing Bellerin because he actually
No.
in the summer?
He would have sold him in this last summer if he wanted him out.
Really playing last season.
His best mates with is Bellerin, yeah? His best mates with Bellerin. That's all it is. There was no reason for Bellerin to come back into the team for Olympiacos the other night, yeah? Well, who did we play before the Olympiacos game? Was it Spurs?
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was our right back?
Cedric.
Yeah. So why is Bellerin walking back straight into the team? Yeah. When we've just won a North London derby and Cedric doesn't need a rest. He's hardly played all season. Why is he not playing? Why isn't Cedric playing?
Yeah, but he said it's because of the 2-day break. Lots of players
Bullshit.
were very, very
Cedric's
tired.
hardly kicked the
Mind you, he didn't play even yesterday, did he?
Yeah, because he said a lot of them he couldn't play. A lot of the players were not physically up to playing again after
Helen,
that.
Cedric's hardly kicked the ball all
Leeds
season.
United players are physically up to it because they outrun everyone.
Yeah.
How are we not as fit as Leeds United?
Having said that, I know Chambers had a good game, but why wasn't
He was
Cedric?
flagging every 10 minutes, though. Bless him. He looked well unfit.
Yeah, but he's not fully fit.
But he hasn't had a lot of minutes. So
I love Chambers. I like Chambers a lot. I've been calling for him for right back.
He plays from the heart.
He's so much better offensively and defensively than Bellerin.
And he was
just
putting
a better
some really good balls in as well yesterday. And when they weren't working, he was mixing it up.
Anyway, I've got to say this. If I find the clown that's just called a friend of mine a rent boy in the chat, you will not be on my channel ever again. And I've just had a bit of a complaint. So I don't know who they're calling my mate, Mr. Rolfie, Tony Rolf. If I find it,
why is there so many people with?
I will definitely. Will be definitely. Static, you're the moderator in here. Can you find that idiot and throw him out completely, mate? Yeah.
Block him. Right?
Yeah.
We don't tolerate that on this channel.
Him, block him completely. I don't want him on my channel. Okay. I'm not having that sort of crap on my channel on here. And I do apologise. To Tony if you're still listening, mate. I'm sorry, I didn't see it, and because we've been chatting here, so I've not really seen it.
Sorry to cut you off. You just said a minute ago, Zach, that Cedric's hardly played a game this season. Really? Yeah. He's played 160 minutes less than Lacazette.
Yeah, less than that. Well, what I'm saying is,
and Lacazette is. I know it's a different position, but I then compared David Luiz and Rob Holding. Yeah, who very rarely played together. Yeah, and David Luiz and Rob Holding have played there or thereabouts the same minutes. So why is Rob Holding not in the squad yesterday then?
Yeah,
it's because he keeps going through favourites and giving not favourites, but he seems to kind of like get stuck on a player, keeps overplaying them, and then all of a sudden he won't pick them again.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
so
why
weird, isn't it?
So many of us are a little bit like you just don't understand.
Because even Rob Holding, Helen, even Rob Holding, right? Take that as an example, as what you're saying. I don't rate Rob Holding. I know a few of you don't rate him, right? But he was playing him, and he was giving him confidence by playing him. Then he's dropped him off the face of the earth. Like, what do you think that does for his confidence? Yeah, Holding's not even been in squads. Same with Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, he was playing him in the Europa League, and then we had a bid from West Ham. We turned it down, and then he's dropped off the. I'm glad he's not playing. By the way,
he's out of contract next summer, by the way, so he's going to be in the last year this summer.
I don't get it.
No,
by the way, thank you, Ronnie, for the super chat. Sorry, thank you, Ronnie, for the super chat from Southend United fan. So so thank you for the super chat. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, it's the same with so many of them. You've said it already about Ainsley, about Nketiah. Like, why not sell them when the money was on the table, the contracts were there? It's just like,
bizarre.
It is, and for me, it's like I kind of want to believe there's got to be like a little genius somewhere in that man that we're just not understanding.
Because Helen, you saying that about there's got to be a genius, but maybe there's a genius in Lee Gunner. Why can't Lee Gunner go around Arsenal? But do you know what I mean? Because that's the equivalent. Maybe there's a genius in Lee Gunner. I mean, we got to move away from this blind.
I just think we've got to just try and find the positives, or like Lee
said, positives are that's one game closer to him getting sacked.
Yeah. Okay. You nearly got it right, Lee. Until Chelsea, you nearly had it because you were giving that Chelsea.
Right, I was close. I was close, wasn't I? I said 27th of December. I didn't say what year, by the way. I just said 27th of December. Could be this year.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're in a COVID world right now, so from a business point of view, it's not going to be easy for any club to do a lot. So we've just got to get the best out of what we've got, Zach. And that's
Helen. Do you think that's playing a part in? You know, if we sacked Arteta, I don't know how much it cost the club, but maybe £10 million.
Money is the big factor with our club. We know they don't like.
If we sacked Arteta, I don't know. It was probably going to be in the region of £10 to £15 million for the rest of his.
He signed a 3-year deal and he's done nearly half of it, so it'll be about 9 million.
To do that,
that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're not going to do what Daniel Levy done and go bring in a Mourinho and keep paying Pochettino, because that's what they were doing. They were paying 2 managers for a good year. Yeah. So until he signed for PSG, Spurs were still paying him. He didn't, you know, or they paid him out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where I have.
They're not going to do that unless they have to. They do not like to spend money. They're not clever. Our board
Turkish,
are not that
right?
clever.
You know, Turkish, right? This is where I agree with him about the owner. This is the only area where I agree with him. The owner's only fault has been not sacking the managers when they should have.
I just think the owners are clueless when it comes to football, and that's their biggest
exactly.
fault. They are getting turned over left, right, and centre in the background of Arsenal Football Club. Yeah,
no problem with the money they put.
And is the least of their problems where they're getting turned over. That's my opinion, and it don't take a genius to understand that part. It's harder to understand what the hell Arteta's doing than what's going on behind the scenes at the top of our club in terms of the structure. The best thing that could happen to Arsenal is someone come and buy the club and get Kroenke out, because he's pumping money in, but he doesn't understand football. He doesn't understand the business model.
Agreed.
He doesn't understand that he's paying silly people ridiculous amounts of money, and he has pumped a lot of money in, but they just don't have the right staff running the club from top to bottom.
Helen, when I was watching that documentary, Rocky and Righty, David Dean was sitting there and he was talking. We miss David Dean. So I know people say,
David Dean, but
David Dean.
Hold on a minute.
No, Claude. I know, Claude. I know what you're going to say. He's the
one that
exactly. You're right.
He didn't know. He didn't know. Honestly, David Dean has done so much for his football club. I will not say a bad word about him.
Yeah, I
David Dean is the man.
But he also has a hand in where we are today, because it was him that convinced them.
But they didn't have a crystal ball.
Shares getting sold to him for him to take over.
Yeah, but Helen and Claude, right? It's all well and good with the benefit of hindsight. At the time, they saw a multi-billionaire.
I love your hindsight when it suits you, Zach.
No, but Helen, but what I'm saying is, rewind to 2007. No one would have envisaged the Kroenkes being as shit as they are. All David Dean knew was they were multi-billionaires who were going to pump that money into the football club. He didn't know that they weren't going to understand this and understand football, and Wenger was going to jump in bed with Stan and then ruin our football club. He didn't have a crystal ball. So I'm not going to have a bad word said against David Dean, because that geezer, in my lifetime, he knows what he's talking about.
And you know he signed Ozil as well, Zach, yeah? He had a key part to play.
Who did? Who? No, he
David
didn't.
Dean. No, he was well involved in that, trust me. He told me himself.
He was long gone from Arsenal.
No, he was still involved. Don't you worry about that.
What was that? What's that? Signing who?
He told me about the Ozil signing before it was announced. So he was still very active with people at the club. I don't know if he is now, but he was like that long ago. He was, even though he wasn't officially working at Arsenal, he was still in communication. And
but when we signed Ozil, there was no problem, because everyone, even Lee.
Everyone was happy. Yeah.
I wasn't
That's what
happy.
The fans were calling for, that big signing.
Lee, I think even Lee, who's not his biggest fan, of course, but even Lee was happy when we actually signed him.
He was jumping around at Sky Sports News.
You did.
I wasn't
jumping around. I was happy that we signed him. I've seen people
wasn't you in that crowd?
Sitting there saying Odegaard's everything we thought Ozil would be. Well, what are you on about? I don't like Ozil.
You know what it is? I feel like,
wasn't you in that crowd though outside when you
No, you joke.
I don't
know.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Were you going to games back then, Zach?
No, my last game I went to was 2012.
2012. Wow. So you've been boycotting the club.
I've been boycotting for a long time.
Yeah.
Was
I've
it
been
the
waiting
League
to
Cup
go.
final that was the last straw for you, Jack?
No,
When we lost to Birmingham?
no. The last straw for me was when he sold Robin van Persie.
Yeah. See, that I can never get over, and this is why the argument that I have over that. You do not sell. I mean,
best
Ferguson's
player.
gone into him, right, and said, I want, and he's just given it to him.
Just give him.
If he was a great manager and wanted the interest of Arsenal's ambition, he said, well, if you want Van Persie, you give us Rooney or fuck off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's the day when you're right. Exactly. That was,
That was the day I was completely lost faith in Wenger. Like, obviously, I'd lost faith for a few years, but I always thought he could turn it around. That was the last. I thought to myself, he doesn't want to win a league title anymore, and that was it for me. That was the day when he sold Robin van Persie. I couldn't believe it because I just in shock, man. That whole season killed me. That next season when Van Persie single-handedly won them the league title, United. Yeah,
and
bad player.
And he very cleverly tried to con the fans by saying that, Lucas Podolski, who was coming to the end really at that time, we'll get Lucas Podolski, that will cheer the fans. And they were brainwashed into it. A lot of our fans were brainwashed into it. I'm afraid at the end of the day that he said that we sold him because he's saying that he sold all these players because we would have gone out of business. That's another real lie. So a lot of lies coming out. Lies, more and more fucking lies. And, I don't know where we're going next. I don't know where we're going. Who would you know? I'm going to ask each one of you. If Arteta did go, say, at the end of the season, which is not going to happen, but if he did go, who would you have you got
Conte.
one in mind
Conte.
to replace him?
Conte don't need time to change a team around. Conte took Juve to the title from being about 10th before first season. He then took Chelsea from 10th to 1st. He then took Inter from 27 points behind Juve last season to a Europa League final and Champions League and finished 1 point behind them. And he's currently top of the table this season. Conte, he don't need time to turn it around. Get him in. Yep. All this, it's a process. There ain't no process, and it ain't a process. It's a results business, and he gets results. So go and get him.
And look what Tuchel's done at Chelsea.
Exactly. Ancelotti's another one. I'd take Ancelotti in a heartbeat. Yeah, but this is the thing. You can't have these managers.
Someone with experience.
You can't have these managers apparently because apparently they're all washed up according to our teenage fan base.
Well, no,
it's embarrassing, mate.
There's Carlo and according to Terry, Carlo and Mourinho are washed up.
According to Terry, Arteta's doing a good job.
But what I don't get about it is that although I blame that the other night. I mean, with Spurs going now, I don't blame the manager. I blame the players.
Yeah, of course it was the players.
Yeah, but Claude, the way everyone was jumping around cheering it was like Arsenal had just won the Champions League. Fucking embarrassing. And then yesterday they went 6 points clear of us by beating Aston Villa, saying we ain't done in 3 games.
Lee, that's the point, right? Hang on.
That was never a penalty, Lee, was it? Come on.
Yeah, but what? How can anyone sit there with a straight face? It's
irrelevant. They beat them. We ain't beaten them in 3
How can anyone
attempts.
sit there with a straight face here and tell me Jose Mourinho is an awful manager, yet he's 6 points above the manager that you're literally wanking?
Well, there you go.
How does that work?
He absolutely can't stand Mourinho.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I see that lad James. I see that lad James who works for AFTV sit on a podcast the other day and say, I don't want Jose because he slagged off Wenger. Fucking Jesus Christ, pick your standards up, mate.
Yeah, but we have. Listen.
Who cares whether he slagged Wenger off? It's all part of the thing on match days. It's all part of building it up to get an advantage over Wenger, and it worked every time. Yeah, and this is what I don't understand.
He's good with psychology.
Apparently Tottenham are irrelevant. So why do our fans jump around like fucking idiots when they lose then? Yeah. If they're irrelevant, don't mention them. Number 2, they say that Jose Mourinho's washed up. Well, how's he 6 points ahead of a generational manager then? Number 3, apparently Tottenham are so shit. Their squad shit. Their players are shit. How the fuck are they above us and in a cup final then? Yeah, if all of our players are amazing, Xhaka, Marie, Gabriel, Tierney, Saka, everyone, all these players, Odegaard yesterday is being compared to Ozil. Yeah, Lacazette, all of these players are put up here on a pedestal by our fans. So why are we 10th? And why are they above us?
You
It
tell
just
me.
winds me up. The shit our fans chat just to get their fucking face on camera or to
Yeah, but you know what it
fit
is.
in with the masses is
2023, mate.
embarrassing.
You've got to remember, not
Project 20.
everyone's football knowledge is substantial.
No, I understand that,
They
but,
don't all
but
get football.
I understand that. But then why are you jumping around? Why are you jumping around and fucking cheering like we've just won the Champions League when Tottenham get knocked out of Europe?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah,
I agree.
We sneaks our way through against Benfica, by the way.
Yeah.
And Olympiacos. Yeah. And then that lot, we beat them. Well done. Cheer it. I cheered it. I was over the moon. We beat Tottenham. Why am I going to laugh they got knocked out of Europe?
Yeah, exactly.
They're in a cup final. And if they win it and we win nothing, they've had a better season.
We don't care
Let
about
me get this. Let me get these two super chats before anything. I'm in the motor driving to work in Miami. Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Not in complete agreement with everything being said. Brilliant show, though. Thank you. Yeah, no, you don't have to be in agreement, but thank you anyway for the super chat. No one has to be in agreement.
Miami.
We respect everyone's opinion on here, even ties. And we respect everyone. Well, no, there comes to a limit when it comes to tie. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Are you going to read the other one out, Claude?
This one is the Roadmap FC. Big up to all of you real ones in the lineup and stream. If Tinney's ever made a captain for us, which he should be, how many Scottish captains have we had? Well, yeah, hold on.
How many have we had?
George Graham was captain at one point, wasn't he?
No, that's McClintock.
Wasn't Graham captain at one point?
I think George Graham was.
No, he wasn't captain. I don't think he
wasn't captain.
Frank McClintock. Frank McClintock was captain. I'm trying to think who else. Who else is captain? It was. I'll have to think about that one.
Somebody's put it in the comments. We've had 14 Scottish captains.
Really?
I can't name any of them apart from McClintock.
Yeah, go on. Who are they? Who are they then?
Who are they?
I can't even name 14 Scottish players.
For one or two games.
Quite
It must be back in the day. Yeah,
pre McClintock and George Graham, I would imagine.
Yeah. But Claude, going back to your question. Claude, going back to your question about the manager, who would you replace? I'm with Lee. Antonio Conte would be good. I'd like Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, I've wanted Brendan Rodgers for a long time.
I don't know about him.
Trust me, Helen. You would see a different Arsenal under Brendan Rodgers.
What has he won apart from anything?
Celtic?
A treble. Well, a double treble.
Yeah, but that was in Scotland. Like,
still got to win it though. Still got to win it.
And he challenged for a league title. He challenged for a league title with Liverpool. Yeah, challenged for a league title with Liverpool. He was, he's overachieved at Leicester. Let's be real, right?
I don't know about that, Zach. I think Leicester have got a very good squad.
He's overachieved with Leicester.
I don't think
he went into Leicester, and within 2 games, you could see what he was trying to do. Yeah, blueprint. We're 14 months into Arteta's reign. We still don't know what he's about.
I think he's got one of the best midfields in the league. He's got some decent players.
Yeah, but that's because but he's been there.
He inherited a lot of them.
He didn't inherit Tielemans though.
No, but the rest he did, I'm sure. No,
Maddison and Didi.
Came...
He didn't inherit Iosi Perez. He bought him from Newcastle, who was, let's be real, was doing shit at Newcastle.
Yeah, that centre back who used to play with Saliba. He didn't inherit.
He bought Sionchu. That's their centre back pairing now. Yeah, James Justin's come through the academy. They bought Castagne. He's decent. I think Pereira was there already.
He's put his blueprint on him, Helen.
Half of that squad is, at least.
I want Allegri, Conte, Simeone, Rodgers.
Allegri don't want to come to London. He ain't
but it is what it is, Helen. We don't know that, yeah?
I don't think he wants it. He's never shown any interest.
But we don't know that, right? And at the end of the day, any experienced manager, right, would transform Arsenal right now because you don't need a lot. We've got the structure there. We've got the players. You just need a manager who's been willing to do the right thing for this football club. That's all you need. You don't need the top manager. You don't need a Klopp or a Pep. If you brought in Rodgers or you brought in a Conte, I'm telling you,
I'm looking for these Scottish captains. All I know is McClintock. It's got me baffled. You said 14, didn't they?
Yes, they're all in the chat. They're putting them in the chat. They're putting them in the chat. There's loads in the chat. Yeah, Charlie Nicholas.
Charlie Nicholas.
Yeah, I was going to say Charlie Nicholas, but I don't.
Did he actually captain the team then? I don't even.
Captain.
I thought George Graham captained us.
He did. I'm sure he did.
I
Yeah, I'm
feel
sure he
like
did.
I feel like I read that somewhere.
There people are putting all the
They
names.
must have been. Yeah, but let's
Was
have proper.
Charlie Nicholas captain then?
Might have been one-off games. Yeah,
Must
there
have
might be one-off
Oh,
games. You can't
okay.
really call. You can't
Yeah,
call
'cause
him.
I don't
proper
remember
captain.
him being captain. I thought Paul Davis was, or Steve Williams back
Yeah,
then.
but they're not Scottish, are
Paul
they?
Davis wasn't Scottish.
No, I'm not saying they're Scottish. I remember them thinking they were captains in that kind of
Right, yeah.
period. But maybe for odd games, yeah, maybe.
Odd games, yeah.
I guess we forget the way stats work. It could be like a one-off.
Yeah.
Man wouldn't remember that.
Hector Bellerin's been Arsenal captain. Theo Walcott's been Arsenal captain. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Rob Holding and El Neni have had the captain's armband in the same
Literally
game.
half of the new generational team have, haven't they?
the worst one's got to be Bellerin, though, isn't it? How could he wear that? Arsenal
Why
captain?
is Bellerin the worst, Zach?
You know
Yeah,
what? They might have captained. The confusion is they might have captained on a one-off basis because.
That's what we just said, Claude. You've
Right?
not been listening to us. That's what we just
No,
said.
not.
So it's very hard to remember that sort of thing, mate. Even my memory's gone like that, on things like that.
Oh, right.
Or they don't, or it was before the war. I don't know, mate. I ain't fucking got a clue. Anyway, I don't know if Ian, you're captain the Arsenal team. Do Ian, you're captain?
I'd love Tierney to be captain, though, just to answer that question.
Just a quick. I may as well do it while I'm here. Just calling Lee Gunner out.
Oh, here we go. If I had a pound for every time he calls me out.
No. Listen, yeah. I saw a tweet of yours the other week, last week.
Yep.
Kieran Tierney is the best left back in the world.
Yeah, it's tongue in cheek, Zach.
Yeah.
I'm glad we cleared that up. We can move on now.
I just saw the tweet. That's all. Yeah. But look, I do like Tierney, but let's give him time to really develop into a proper.
Zach, you know Tierney's not reading my tweets, didn't you?
I thought he had a poor game yesterday, by the way.
No, my point is, right? I like Tierney a lot. I do like Tierney a lot, yeah. But let's give him a chance to really, really prove himself, because at the moment he's still a little bit hit and miss. Like you saw him out of position so many times yesterday, yeah.
So does that work for Saka as well then?
Yeah, we got to give Saka time. He's been our best player this season, but he needs time. Like Tierney needs time. I think Tierney's fantastic, but he's not been consistently great as though everyone's talking about he's been consistently great. He's been a bit hit and miss, Tierney. That's just the way it is. You know,
but I think that also has an impact on him, because you can't expect him to outshine every single
I agree.
match when half the other players around him aren't.
But Helen, that's my point.
Halfway on the same level.
Yeah, but that's my point. You can't expect Tierney to drop 9 out of 10s
because Mari was out of position a lot.
Exactly.
When we play him, we rely on Xhaka and Mari or Gabriel or whoever's playing on that left side to slot back when he goes forward.
But that's what I'm saying. Give him time, another season, and I'm sure next season Tierney will be more consistent. Hopefully. Then we might be talking about him being in the same ball. The league as an Ashley Cole or something, maybe next season or season after.
Yeah,
right now,
if he's with us long enough, he will be.
Right now, let's just hold our horses on Tierney.
NA says Helen is so beautiful. Look at this. Look what's going on.
Oh, right. Helen's got more confidence today. Where's Randy? Randy's not been piping up today, is he?
Huh?
Randy's not been piping up today, giving you confidence.
Who's that? Is that one of the people that comment?
Remember Randy? He comes on every week.
Oh, okay. I've got a really bad memory.
All right.
Oh yes, sorry, he's coming in with a super chat here.
Oh, really?
There's
I'm Helen's number one fan.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Where's what country is Randy living
New Zealand.
in? New Zealand.
You're lucky he's right over the other side of the planet.
He's in New Zealand.
Up at your house. I remember that next time. I remember now.
So don't worry, Lucas, you're safe for now. He's millions of miles away.
Katie is the best left back in the league for sure.
Yeah, isn't it funny though that the left back at Liverpool?
Sorry.
Isn't it funny though the left back at Liverpool? Yeah, Robertson. He can win league titles. He can win Champions Leagues. But everyone forgets him because Tierney's had 6 games that he's played well. Look, I like Tierney,
No,
but
Zach, listen. Our
Robertson
fans are gonna
was
pick up
putting
our
stuff.
player.
Mate, Robertson, yeah, this is the problem with Arsenal fans, and this is why I called Lee. Lee's not the problem, by the way. Lee is one of the few not. So, but this is the problem generally with Arsenal fans. Tierney's played about half a dozen really good games. Robertson,
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Claude, Robertson, yeah, won them league titles, and he was the best left back winning league titles for Liverpool, yeah, winning the Champions League. He was the best. Let's wait. Let's just hold our horses with Tierney. He's a good player right now. He's probably been one of our best players over the last couple of months. Let's just rein it in.
I've said this for time,
Yeah, but
right?
we've got to find something good to talk about, Zach. Yeah?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But I've said this for time. If you look on the general consensus over all of these social media platforms, the majority of our fans on social media rate the majority of our squad.
Yeah.
So why are we 10th?
Yeah, sure.
Well, they do. They rate the manager and they rate most of the squad. The amount of Granit Xhaka is the new Mesut Ozil. If you can't see what he's doing, you don't know football. Well, maybe I do, and that's why I don't fucking rate him.
And by the way, when
Now, PG.
and by the way, when we're talking about we would be 10th because of referees' decisions.
Oh,
Do you know what? That's another thing, right? And that's another thing where I see people jumping around, Claude, right? And they're going off on one, screaming and shouting about VAR. Oh, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Do you know we've only lost 5 points from VAR this season, which put us one spot higher?
And Lee,
Arteta's cost us more points.
That went our way yesterday. No, I didn't see Jack Tide jumping up and down yesterday.
Yeah, on the second goal.
We got lucky with
that second goal should not have been allowed.
Yeah,
because it was a free kick the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Lacazette's goal, not Lacazette's
ball was
goal,
moving.
Moving, yeah, Helen, you said it was rolling, yeah. So that's
rolling, so we could have got that taken away.
There's two.
This is the hypocrisy of Arsenal fans. Hypocrisy.
No, it's not the hypocrisy. This is
Yes,
the
it
thing
is.
that they don't
It
always
is, though.
see
It is.
and
As soon as Arsenal have a decision that they don't like and it goes against Arsenal, they all start crying. Oh, there's a conspiracy. Yeah, as soon as we get a decision, they will sit
silent.
But Lee,
silence.
Let's be real. Every fan is like
that. No, not me.
I'm not like
Lee.
All right,
not Claude.
you, but it's not just Arsenal fans that have this syndrome. Like every football fan, whatever club, they're
Arsenal fans more than
reaction, isn't it?
Yeah, but I disagree with that because I'll tell you what, right? If you go back to when Liverpool were playing Chelsea,
they're the best team. Ever.
Timo Werner was clean through on goal, scored, rounded Alisson and scored, and apparently a part of his T-shirt was offside. And that goal got chalked off. I didn't see a single Chelsea fan crying about VAR. Guess why? Because they won the game. The following game, they had another goal disallowed against Everton for apparently handball, and it weren't handball. And guess what? I didn't see them cry again because guess why? They won the game. Only Arsenal fans cry about VAR as much as any other, more than any other.
Yeah, but we've said this before, Lee. It's also because we don't win those games when they're moaning like that.
So maybe they should look at the problem and not the actual side issue. They should look at the reason why we didn't win the game rather than VAR, because Chelsea will win the game.
When you've got some guy going on with a list of things and putting a list together, and that's the reason we're in a false position, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Because I can tell you there are decisions. I remember from last season.
What about when we played Man United, Claude? Check this one. You'll remember this. We played Man United. We beat them 1-0 this season at their ground, yeah? Gabriel should have had a second yellow card when Mason Greenwood nutmegged him, and he just whacked him and threw him to the floor, He should have had a second yellow for that. Nothing.
That's why I don't blame referees. If we win, we lose because we're not good enough. And that's why I don't go red in the studio. Red. Yeah. Lunatic with bloody headphones on, going red.
But you'd be doing that in the stadium, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't, because I will. No, Helen, you got me wrong.
I'm only joking.
Oh, you got me wrong. I will say it.
So keep him on.
There's loads of times I've been sitting next to a guy, and I said, "That's not." And we've got a penalty. We're lucky there. We've got one, but it's not a penalty. I said it.
Yeah.
Loads of times.
We got Chig in the comments.
Yesterday. We had a West Ham fan on our Dom. We had him. He was going absolutely crazy. In fact, at 3-0, he said he didn't feel safe, and he was he was right in the end, and we were laughing at him at 3-0, saying he don't feel safe, even 3-0 up.
We didn't feel safe.
Also,
up
he
against Leeds.
remembers what they done to Spurs earlier on in the season. They were 3-0 up, and then by the end of the match, it was 3-3.
I was agreeing with him on the second goal. I was agreeing with him. I said, "You've been done there, mate. I bet you've been done," because that was he's fouled a geezer and he's giving it the other way.
Yeah.
But again, I do think the referees are so out of touch at times in these matches. They're so bad. They're even worse than our inconsistent.
He was part of that circus yesterday, that referee. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Claude,
he's one of the worst. I don't know even how he's actually got a license.
Claude, you're going to read Chick's comment?
Oh, sorry. Come on, Zach. You can rate your own player.
I do rate Tierney, but we've got to wait and see how good he is. Do you know the problem is?
A Spurs fan.
Spurs, boo. No Spurs fans allowed on this channel.
On my back, isn't it? Is it Jose in now? Jose in?
Jose. Come out. Let's interrogate him. Come on then.
Jose should be
Jose
should be kicked out.
Why? Let me ask you a question,
mate. Blame the players, mate.
If you got rid of Jose Mourinho, the greatest manager in terms of most decorated that you could probably get at your football club, where do you think you'd go if you sacked him?
I don't think Arsenal will come to us.
You can take Wenger.
What I mean is, you've got a manager up here in terms of stature and trophies and experience. He's got you to a cup final. He's got you to a cup final, a one-off cup final. He could potentially win it. We know what he's like in finals.
Yeah.
You got knocked out of Europe, fair enough.
Yeah.
He got you to the FA Cup further than we got anyway. You were in every single competition until mid-February, right? When was the last time, number one, you were in every competition until mid-February? And number two, if you sack him, where do you actually think you can finish without him? Like,
true. Very true. Very true. But he has made mistakes along the line with the lineups and stuff. So
wow, so is our manager.
That's right.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. Don't you think those players? Don't you think them players are to blame?
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of this Tottenham chat.
He's admitting that because their manager hasn't picked
the right sides. Yeah.
So who would be your right side? Who's your best starting 11?
I'm not really a football man.
He's not a football man. He's not a football man. No more Tottenham.
Money.
Helen, you did this the other day, Helen. You brought your Tottenham fans on. You keep turning this into a Tottenham chat, Helen.
You know
just trying to pollute the channel with Tottenham.
I'm in work today.
Yeah, you did it the other day.
They all just want to be part of your show, guys. What can I say?
Who is it? Stefan.
Remember Stefan on last time?
Stefan. You brought Stefan on.
Oh, yeah, I did it. Yeah.
Is that the office up the road?
By Spurs fans. I'm in North London. This is how it goes.
Cheeky.
Helen, is that the office up the road?
Yeah. I'm here today. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. It looks nice. But you know what? Going back to
I've had to come into the technicians. I'm in the technicians lab right now. Literally.
Oh, it looks nice.
They're working. They're hard at work.
Maybe the technicians in the lab can make a new manager for us.
Can you make a new manager for them? He can.
I'll be passing through because I'm on my walk soon, so I'll be passing through that.
Are you going to walk up? Walk up.
Yeah, because I'm doing my walk today. I'm going to start doing.
Yeah, come up. I've got a bit of work to do when we finish, so I should still be here.
You know what though? Going back to Chick's point there, all the players I rate, he's not playing. He sold Martinez, Saliba, Ainsley, Willock, Reece,
could field
Balogun.
Our best 11 with all the players that he don't pick, innit?
But that's the thing. That's why I'm really hurting as an Arsenal fan, because every single player that I rate, like Balogun, Reece, Pepe, Martinelli, Saliba, Willock, Martinez, he's discarded them. Yeah, he doesn't play them, and then all the players I don't rate, he plays them. So
we're the only team that could have signed Thomas Partey and got worse in midfield.
I know that's
worse than it was last season.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's mad. Crazy. And the thing is, you could have Guendouzi and Torreira, in midfield over Xhaka and Ceballos.
Yeah,
that's instantly an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Zach don't really rate Guendouzi, but it's an upgrade on Xhaka.
To be honest, I think he'd be brilliant in our midfield.
I think he would.
He
And
would,
then-
he would inject that energy, that fight, that desire that's lacking. I know everyone says Xhaka's got that.
Not convinced about Guendouzi. I think he'd be
No,
better
I
than
don't
Xhaka.
know. I think
But then you could have Joe Willock in there over Danny Ceballos
Yeah,
or
that as well. I know.
Even
Yeah.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles in midfield, mate. Trust me on that, lads. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But-
I've
But
got-
we've got options. We've got lots of options.
I just seen a thing about Arteta up there. Yeah, he just quoted. He's saying we're a bit what you call it, sort of two-faced play. Yeah, but he said at times our football was as good as anything the club has ever produced in the second.
He didn't
half.
say that, nah. He
Is that
didn't
what he
say
said?
Saying
No,
on
no,
there,
no. No,
I think
no,
he
no.
said we played the best football yesterday.
Look at
that we've
Claude's
ever played.
cheeky smile.
And I mean, he must mean under him.
That's
as
what
he
well.
needs
that's what I'm
Specsavers then.
I think I heard that. I think he said it on
Claude's
Match of the
telling Porkies again.
Day. No,
telling
he's
them-
not. Claude, I'm sure he did say something like that. He
yeah,
said
he
it on
did.
Match
He
of the
said- he
Day.
said it on there.
Is it on
Some of the
Sky?
football
Where are
we
you
played
reading it
was
from?
good as LP from Arsenal.
I watched a clip. I watched Match of the Day just the after.
Oh my God! Some of
And
the,
he did
he's-
say we played some of our best football yesterday.
Yeah,
yeah, our best football under him, but that goes
Under
to show
him,
how
yeah, of course, under him. Not
yeah, but that goes to show how crap we've been under him. Yeah,
I don't see yesterday how he can have the bollocks to come out and say that.
Yeah, I
We
was a
threw
bit shocked.
3-3 away to West
Yeah.
Ham after being 3-0 down. It's not like we went and battered them 7-0, is it?
I know.
If we'd
But
battered them 7-0, cool. But it's
Anyway.
that's shocking. Even when we were 4-0 up against Leeds, we were shaking. Like,
But you can understand why he is thinking that because at
I
half
can't
time,
understand anything the
3-0
geezer does.
down.
He's an absolute liability.
I think he was shocked that they got back in the game.
Yeah, but this
That's
is
why he's reacting like that.
I just think that
Yeah.
I just think that he's just fucked. He's just like he's just so arrogant. It's unbelievable. And the fact that he's got the audacity to come out and say it was some of our best football. Like, I'm sorry, like, what are you watching, mate? Because I was sitting there watching it yesterday thinking, well, they're breaking away every time we're going forward. And if Antonio hadn't had a Gascoigne moment, it would have been dead and buried.
yeah.
He literally should have scored. If the geezer hadn't have, I think the geezer was shooting Ben Rama and he scuffed it. If he hadn't hit it so hard, he's got a tap in Antonio. He should have scored anyway, but that would have been 4-2. And all of a sudden, he's coming out with something different.
not only that, West Ham's mentality after they went 3-0 down.
They should have had 6 or 7 yesterday. If that was Man City playing like that yesterday, they would have had 6 or 7.
If they'd have kept going after they scored the third, instead of just sitting back and settling for it, they would have been okay.
I just think the best thing that happened was the goal before half time. It gave them something to think about.
And even that was lucky because it was going wide and the geezers put it in.
Yeah.
Really, we've had 3 goals. I mean, the only one really was good was the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, what a ball from Pepe! But see, this is the thing, yeah. See, Nicolas Pepe, right? No one's talking about this, right? With his wrong foot, that ball for Lacazette. No, hang on. The North London derby, yeah, that assist for Lacazette's penalty was out of this world, yeah. Again, Pepe yesterday. See that ball that Lacazette nodded in? What a ball with his wrong foot, yeah. That's Nicolas Pepe, yeah. No one talked to me about Nicolas Pepe ever.
With Bellerin been able to put that ball in.
He don't trust him, Jack.
Who? Trust who?
He doesn't trust Pepe to play 90
think
minutes.
Pepe must have a little bit of attitude or
no attitude, Helen. You're making your assumptions
he don't rate
again.
ballers. That's the problem.
How can you not rate ballers?
That's
Because
he's
he's a control freak that's defensive minded and don't want us to go attack.
Anymore and they're better than him.
Yep.
Is that how you analyse it?
He doesn't rate ballers, Helen.
Martinelli can't get a game. Why? He's one of the best youngsters in the world.
What
It's
is this?
mad.
Apparently, they went against his tactic. They went.
Yeah, I did.
What's that all about as well?
What's this? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah,
No,
Lacazette said
I
after the
didn't see
game that the
Lacazette.
players
What was
didn't
that
carry
on
out
Sky?
his tactics.
What? Oh no, but that's the opposite. That's saying Arteta told him to do one thing, and
they
he's
all did
almost
something
backing.
else.
That's backing Arteta, isn't it? He's backing Arteta.
I don't know. I never heard it. I don't actually know what was said.
There's a guy in your chat that says if it's Arteta's fault for conceding 3, then you have to praise him for scoring 3. Mate, we shouldn't be conceding 3. So why am I going to praise him for getting a draw? Yeah, if you want to celebrate a draw, mate, well done to you. I'm I've got standards.
No, listen, I'm happy they pulled it back, of course.
But
Anyway,
the way
look
everyone's
at
going on
how
about it, like,
we're
oh,
in
it
that
was
position.
amazing. It was the best football we've ever played under this
No,
manager. We
no.
drew 3-3. I'm sorry. Pick your standards up. Like,
best game we played has been West
mad.
Brom away. That's the best football I've seen under Arteta.
West Brom and
Brom
Leeds
remember
United
that
are the
match.
2 games this season where you can say, yeah, we were actually
Not
outstanding.
even Leeds, mate. West Brom away.
With the Leeds game, though.
I don't think we've had any really good games this
You're
season.
allowed to play. They allow you to play as well.
West Brom
Really?
was good in the snow. That was decent.
That was decent.
No, I
football.
feel like I can't remember it. When was I don't?
That was over Christmas. That was near Christmas.
Come on,
West
West-
Brom.
Oh yeah. And
Smith
Chelsea
Rowe,
was good,
Smith Rowe and Saka, that
yeah.
little link
I
up.
forgot, yeah.
Brilliant football from those
West
two.
Brom is like playing a team over the park here, man. On Sunday.
Yeah, but to be fair, West Brom aren't the greatest.
Anyway,
Even
Claude,
Leeds United, we played well against Leeds United. We went 4-0 up.
Oh
And then
yeah,
all of a
that was
sudden we're
good.
in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah, that was wicked.
Like,
Yeah.
we're the only team
But
who
we
can go
still let in
4-0 up
2
and
goals.
not be comfortable. It's crazy. And this is the thing. Like, why would I praise a manager for getting 3 goals, of which 2 were own goals, number 1, right? And being from 3-0 down to 3-all. Yeah, great, cool. We got a draw. Whoopee. It's West Ham.
Yep.
If we did that against, say, Chelsea at the Bridge, then fair enough. You could go, oh, well done. Good fight back. Well done. It's West Ham.
Yeah, but I don't
3-0 down to West Ham.
West Ham at the moment. They are 5th. They're only a couple of points
Yeah,
behind.
but that's the thing. He got the job 9 days after Arteta. They finished 16th last season, and look at the improvement.
And he's had COVID. Yeah,
And he's had COVID twice.
yeah.
Right? And there's
He
summer
beats him on
transfer
that stat
spend.
as well.
Their summer transfer spend was exactly the same as we spent on Thomas Partey.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly the same. In fact, they actually made a profit with their sales.
To be honest,
So
I think
there's no excuse for this manager not to be doing better.
yeah, I think West Ham definitely are run far better than Arsenal at the moment. That definitely.
No, their
goes
owners are worse than ours.
No,
can't
they're
stand
not.
them.
They're not. Well, they're bored or somebody's doing something right because look where they are and look where we are.
Yeah, but that's down to Moyes
Manager,
doing
yeah.
a
No,
good
it's
season.
not just down to Moyes. Who brought Moyes in? Is Karen
but
Brady still on their board?
They can't stand her. You ask any West Ham fan, they can't
all right,
stand
the
them.
fans don't always know what's right, always, do they? Come on. I don't know. I feel
When
like
they're storming their
making better
pitch, they stormed the pitch and put a corner flag in the centre circle and tried storming the director's box. You know what I mean?
Lee,
They can't
you know,
stand them.
you've got
If
work
our
to
fans
do
had the
then.
balls to do that, we might actually get some progress.
You're not allowed to say that head on the stick thing, are you? I saw that tweet earlier.
Yeah, somebody put a tweet out saying that he wanted Kroenke's head on a stick. I said, "Where's the fake outrage now? You've done it," because everyone was tagging the police and Arsenal to get me banned when I said it about Arteta. Where's the fake outrage now? Then
It's just a fake personal agendas again, Lee. It's nothing to do with what you said.
yeah, every single big account I can think of on Twitter tweeted and tagged the police or tagged Arsenal
What about
because
you?
I said that about Arteta. Somebody's put a tweet out today saying he wants Kroenke's head on a stick. So I quoted it. I said, "Where's all the fake outrage then?"
Nowhere
But
to be
is he
seen.
like
None,
somebody?
because it
not
ain't Lee Gunner.
vocal? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And they're all scumbags. Every single one of them. Scrubs, a lot of them.
Claude, what are we doing? We're wrapping it up. We're over time now, mate.
You got to be very careful what you're saying now. On everything is so monitored now. It's fucking ridiculous.
Claude, I've never been suspended on any account that I've had.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah, these people try and get me banned every single day. They can keep trying. Yeah, because I ain't going anywhere.
Well, the same people that got me thrown off a fucking channel, but let's get it there. Let's get it right. Wankers, absolute wankers.
Would you have been jumping up and down, Claude, if you was there when Spurs got knocked out?
He would have. Of course he would have. Of course he would have. He would have been snapping the headphones.
Would you have been knee sliding across the floor, Claude?
Cowards on the screen. Anyone can be a coward on the screen. They wouldn't tell you face to face. That's what it's all about, mate. All of them. They're all cowards. And no time for them at all. And there's sometimes they're making me lose love for my football club as well because they're absolutely.
They don't have half of these people don't have a clue about Arsenal Football Club. Mate. Don't worry about them.
I support the club that they're supporting, and it makes me feel.
No, you can't let your head get into that kind of space.
I know what he's saying.
I get it, but you can't
I feel a bit like that sometimes as well.
by other people's bad energy.
You know what it is, Helen? Like, I agree with you, but you know what? Sometimes,
you really
back in the day, like when we were kids or we were younger, we met another Arsenal fan. We were like, oh, you're Arsenal, I love it. Now, if I meet an Arsenal fan on the street, I'm embarrassed. If I listen to their views, no, I'm serious. I don't mean that in a horrible, nasty way. I mean from their footballing perspective point of view. Like we met someone in the park the other day, didn't we? Helen and Claude. I'm not going to name any names.
Nice guy.
Nice
Yeah,
guy.
Claude was in his
Nice
element.
guy.
Like
Yeah.
a right fan.
But his views were so embarrassing on Arsenal that I felt embarrassed walking away from the conversation. Even though he was a nice chap and all that,
I was like the UN,
and
the green line.
and that's how I feel. That's how I feel about Arsenal fans. Apart from a select few, the rest of them are just embarrassing.
Yeah, but this is the thing. We're all old enough to remember when we moved from Highbury to the Emirates, right? We're all old enough to remember that our fans back then didn't want a sugar daddy owner.
Yeah.
No, we're classy. We don't want a Roman Abramovich. What do we want that for? We want to spend.
I don't mind their opinions, Zach. I
do.
When they get abused. I don't mind that they've all got opinions.
Claude loves having the conversation.
When they start abusing you and start making trouble for you, calling you racist, things like that, because you don't agree with it. That's when I don't.
Always real fans.
That's when it goes over the top.
Yeah.
And that's why at times I don't want to be associated with them. And
no, I understand.
Same club as I am.
Cool, just do your own thing. I genuinely, these people ain't stopping me uploading at 4 o'clock with rants today. They ain't stopping me uploading again at 8 o'clock with Turkish. They ain't stopping me uploading twice tomorrow or 3 times tomorrow. Yeah, they can try. They ain't stopping me sleep tonight. They ain't stopping me eat. Yeah. Fuck these people, man. What do they bring to your table? Nothing.
You're quite good. You're quite thick-skinned, though, Lee, like that. I do really rate that, because you get a lot of abuse and stick. I don't see a lot, but I hear enough to really.
Yeah, I was trending on Twitter the other week because of that head on a stick thing.
Yes, I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, because every big account that don't like that I've got a biggish YouTube channel compared to some others, and I get a lot of traction on my channel. It's still tiny for me. It's a tiny account, but in comparison to a lot, people don't like that I have a voice that gets over 1 million views every month. So people don't like that. So anything to try and shut me down, they will do. I was trending on Twitter because of that comment. Yeah, I then went and searched that phrase and put Arsene Wenger's name in it instead of Arteta. Thousands upon thousands. I said, go and report all of them. Nothing. The guy today has said it about Stan Kroenke. Yeah, nothing. Nobody cares. Because the guy ain't got a massive
Has he got a small account?
Exactly. He's got a couple of hundred followers. Nobody cares. And this is where I get Claude's point. I don't want to be associated with these. They're fucking scumbags, a lot of them. Yeah, they're scumbags. Yeah, and they don't say it as it is. Half of these people say exactly what I'm saying, but they're scared to do it online because they want to be friends with the Arsenal family that don't exist.
One of the biggest accounts on Twitter, and thinks he can speak for the rest of the fan base. That's why I don't really want to be associated with it, because I can't stand a cunt. I can't
Who's
stand.
That? What account? Are you allowed to say what account? You can tell me privately anyway. I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. Behave. Shall I give you another clue? Behave. No more.
Yeah. Okay.
Say no more.
Say no more. Anyway, are we wrapping?
On that note, I just think everyone needs to realise that there are
Scumbag.
a lot of people.
Scumbag.
No, but
Scumbag.
no one should
No, Claude.
using anyone. Yeah, whether they've got big accounts, small accounts, whatever they've got. There's a lot of people struggling. We've been in a year of whatever age they're at.
We're all struggling, Helen. We're all struggling. Every single one of us.
That's what I'm trying to say. So just
every
try
single
and
one
have a bit of empathy and compassion. And
I've got no compassion.
don't take it personally, Claude. You are one of the first people that always says, "I'm just a football fan. I'm nothing special." I've heard
Why not? And nor is he.
And I respect that. And you just be you and carry on doing what's in your heart. Be the good person you are, and just give out good energy. Don't lower yourself to be affected by the horrible people in the world.
I say it as it is. He's the biggest stir there is in. He's the one that started.
Do you know what? He's not that bad. Listen.
No, not that bad.
It's hard because you guys have all had friendships, and I know it's different.
Not that bad. Well, sorry.
I'm just talking in general about all the horrible people that abuse all of you online.
And he's one of them. He's one of them. He's as fake as they are, as they come. There we go.
Anyway,
Enough said.
the sun's out, and let's just everyone just have a lovely day today. Everyone watching, all your people in your chats, and all the fans watching.
Sun's out, guns out.
The sun's out in London. What's it like where you are, Lee? Got nice weather?
Grey, overcast.
No way, is it?
I'm going to go and have a nice little siesta. I'm going back to bed for an hour or two. And
get some lunch and
I'll be doing my
workout.
Have a good day. Don't let
that should be good. The rant show on 4 o'clock. That should be good.
he's going to be going mad, isn't he? He's not happy, man.
Rants and bands.
You know what? Though? That shows you the standards of the two clubs. Yeah, the supporters of the two. They are Ollie. They're second in the league. And
they've given. He's had a little bit longer in the job though than Arteta. And people will say, they compare us very much to United fans, Claude.
And where did he finish last season? He got him in top 4. If Arteta got top 4, you'd give him a statue outside the stadium.
But he was there longer than Arteta.
Yeah, I'm saying last season.
He's only been there about 8 months longer.
Zach, so what are you going to say? He deserves to
Ollie's first full season last season. Ollie's last season was his first full season. Yeah, he finished 4. Finished top 4.
He finished third.
If Arteta finished third, they give him a statue outside the stadium. Yeah, simple.
And that's the difference.
That's the difference. That's the difference.
That's the thing. Real Madrid, when they lost to, I say this all the time, when they lost to Shakhtar Donetsk in the group stage, they obviously got out the group, but at the time it looked like they weren't going to qualify out the group.
Yeah.
All of their fans on their Real Madrid tweet, the official Real Madrid account, all want him out. They still all want him out now because they're third in the league or fourth in the league. Yeah. They want him sacked. He won 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
Yep.
They want him sacked. That's the standards. Yeah, this is one of the clubs we moved to compete with, by the way, Real Madrid. Yeah, and our standards are on the floor, trusting a clown that's in charge.
By the way, I'll give
Bayern Munich, and by the way, we're only competing them as far as we've got better toilets than them. Yeah, that's good.
We've got better merchandise than any team on the planet, so we're competing on that one, aren't we? Yeah,
remember Maurizio Sarri, first season, he finished 4th. He finished top 4. They sacked him.
And won the Europa League.
I never.
You can't compare us to the mindset.
Why?
What you call it? Was it the kit launch? I think
the new one the other day.
One guy approached Gazidis, so I won't mention any names. One said, "Oh, what a wonderful job you're doing, Ivan! What a wonderful people do not appreciate you, Ivan. Free, you're."
But this is the thing, Helen. You just said we can't compare ourselves to Chelsea.
But we don't. We can't.
Why? Our wage bill's bigger than theirs. We've spent more money than them in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. No, we can in that respect, but I'm saying mentality-wise. From the way,
which is why the fans, because their fans have got elite mentality. Zach just said, sorry, first season, got them top 4, won the Europa League, sacked. Yeah,
exactly.
He wins the Europa League this season. That's a pass for a decade.
Yeah,
pathetic. Yeah, pathetic.
That's the difference.
They sacked Ancelotti in the tunnel. Yeah, in the tunnel after a game. Yeah, after he won the trophy.
But Lee, that's why I said if Arteta wins the Europa
League, the thing is, if Arteta got sacked, they would sack him and not even know what they're doing next.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's fair enough. But this is where the fans should man up a little bit.
This is the people that are employed by the club and that are running the club. They ain't got a clue what they're doing.
Helen does make a good point there.
That is a great point.
We sack Arteta,
but get rid of Edu as well. Get rid of Vinay.
If we sacked Arteta, do you trust this board to even appoint the right person?
I don't.
Zach, this is the funny thing, though. Yeah, this is the best bit about it. Yeah, you just said you don't trust him. Yeah,
I don't trust him.
No, you just said you don't trust him. This is the thing. Nobody trusts this board apparently to make the right decision on the next person, but they're all trusting them with a process that don't exist.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Why are you trusting this board then with a process?
I've never said there's a process. I think there's a big project.
Don, Claude, and Lee G. I'm loving the fan cams. I suppose you talk about the fan cams you're doing now, Lee. All this social media toxicity is taking the joy out of it for me.
Yeah.
The football on the pitch isn't helping.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. That is true. Thank you for that, and I really appreciate it. Where is it? There's another one here. Sorry. So I'm missing all these super chat because I'm moaning too much. Behave said party was the new. Behave. Said party was the new Vieira. Party can't even tie Vieira's shoelaces. A lot of Arsenal fans have lowered their standards. This is Gio. Yeah. So have we lowered
We've
our
never
standards?
replaced Vieira. No one
Are our fans actually comparing Party to Vieira?
No, I think what they're thinking is he could potentially be the nearest thing that we've signed since, like, player that we've had in the middle that's a bit like Vieira. I think that's the interpretation.
Party won't even get close, man.
I hope he does. I hope he does,
but there's no chance.
I hope he does.
Patrick Vieira was once in a lifetime.
Yeah. And Santi Cazorla.
Yeah, Cazorla as well, but
they're all
Vieira.
Yeah, don't start me on Fabregas, please. I don't want to know.
Fabregas was a good player.
No, traitor.
Come on, Claude.
Sorry,
we've got to keep. Anyway, boys, I've got to go. I've got a.
All right, Helen.
I've got a meeting. I've got to get to.
Yeah, I've got to go.
Nice catching up.
Nice catching up, Helen.
We have other work to do. We'll continue the work at Arsenal another day.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to sleep for a couple of hours, get my little afternoon nap.
What's this, an AFTV meeting? AFTV meeting?
Sorry? No.
AFTV meeting? Oh.
No.
Oh.
I've got lots of jobs.
Say hello to Tarquin.
Helen's a busy woman.
Say hello to Tarquin, wouldn't you?
Who's Tarquin?
Tarquin.
Who's
you
that?
Know Helen, you know who Tarquin is.
What, here?
No, you know Helen.
Oh, Arsenal. Huh?
Yeah, you know Tarquin. You told me the other day.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. He's talking about Harry Potter. Is it to do with Harry Potter? He's laughing. He's getting all embarrassed. Are you talking about James? Leave James alone.
Don't mention names, Helen.
Is it James you're trying to...
No, I just said Tarquin.
I've just given you a whole lecture about being kind on social media platforms, Claudio.
There's nothing wrong with Tarquin. Tarquin's a nice name.
For God's sake.
Right,
are you being an ignorant male?
I love Tarquin's. Tarquin's a lovely name.
Anyway, boys, I've got to
go. All right, take care.
Have a lovely day. Take care.
And you.
Bye.
Right, let's wrap this up, Claude. Let's have some siesta.
Yeah. That's the problem when you get women on this show. You fucking talk for 2 hours, man.
Oi,
never
1 hour
on the show again, mate, because it will be here for 2 hours.
Sorry. It was good to chat to Lee again, man. Long time.
Well, you're hiding. You don't seem to come on my podcast anymore.
Listen, you know the reason. Well, I'll voice note you, mate. I'll voice note you.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got to come back just for, even if it's for. Yeah, come back for one. Come on.
No. How's the group anyway, lads?
Yeah, the group's all right. I mean, even Abzal has gone missing now. He doesn't come on anymore. I don't see Abzal. Where's Abzal lately? I haven't seen Abzal lately anyway.
Nope.
So.
Anyway, right.
Apparently a lot of those Scottish captains were during the wartime, so I don't know, man. I wasn't even born in the war. I mean, it might look like I was born during the wartime, but I wasn't. That's it for everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on, being in the chat. Thank you, Lee, as well. Thank you, Lee, as always on a Monday. Thank you very much for giving your time up. I know you're a very, very busy man. What is coming up?
I'm going to bed, mate. I'm going to have my little afternoon nap that I have.
It's in the title. If everyone wants to have a look at the League Gunners, it's in the title. What are you up to today? You got rants at 4, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 o'clock with rants, 8 o'clock with Turkish.
Channel,
yeah.
That's on your channel. 4 and anything else today? Or
8 o'clock with Turkish.
8 o'clock. Oh yeah, we'll say no more about that. Yeah, and
yeah, man.
And what else? Nothing else coming up this week?
No, that's it. I'm going to go and get my head down for a couple of hours, and get back on it later.
For 2 weeks, no content to do. I'm lost for content, Lee. For 2 weeks now, no football.
Yeah, just have a break.
Fuck your content, yeah.
Have you got stuff lined up for 2 weeks? Will you have any?
Yeah, I'll stream 3 times a day, Claude, every day.
Transfer
Good luck with that, mate. I tell you.
Transfer window.
I'm actually glad there's an international break because I am sick and tired of seeing this manager chat rubbish in press conferences.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to actually have a break.
Watch some of your still watch some of your press conference. You know, when you read out, I feel so sorry for you, mate, having to read that shit, mate, because I don't listen.
Next season I might stop doing them if he's still manager, because
I must wind you up so much.
Because these journalists that are like in these press conferences, the same people. I sent you a picture of one of them the other day. He's about fucking 18. This is the voice of Arsenal fans, journalist wise. This is a big voice. He looks about 18. What does he know about Arsenal Football Club? Like, real talk. How have you got that job? You don't know nothing about Arsenal. You've got the job because you went to media school or whatever, and you got your little media pass. He don't care about Arsenal. Not like we do anyway. Yeah. But he's got over 100,000 followers on Twitter, and he is the voice of Arsenal journalism. Fucking embarrassing, mate. Embarrassing.
Anyway, lads,
that might be a good idea. I might do a couple of quizzes. They
get to sit and ask questions like, so now that Pep Guardiola's signed a new contract, what are your thoughts on that, Mikel? Or now Lacazette and Aubameyang are not in top form at the moment. What does this mean for Eddie Nketiah? I mean, what kind of fucking question is that?
Joke, mate. It's a joke.
Do you know what I mean? What's that all about? Embarrassing.
Right, lads, I've got to go. But,
yeah, I'm going as well. Nice one, lads.
Take
I'm going.
care, everyone. Take care. And next week, I've got. I might be back tomorrow, but definitely Wednesday. Our usual thing with usual show with Dan, the blind Gooner. But I might actually do that. I might look out, everyone. Look out in the notifications. Might do a quiz on.
Do a quiz, Claude. Do a quiz.
If Zach wants to, would you be up for it, Zach?
Yeah, let's do a quiz, man.
Yeah. Well, all right then. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.